guys like he would?
Well, sometimes, you know, we're similar. High expectations. Um, you know, he coached me, so I understand what he's looking for. I had to find myself sometimes. I have to calm down out there, and you can't have two guys in the air at the same time. But these guys work hard, so it's not. You know, you never get on a guy for effort, and that's what we're getting right now. We're getting great effort out of everyone, and so it hadn't had to come out too much.
Could you talk about what an opportunity this has been for you to come to Florida State this young in your career, and then also to coach the guys he's already brought in the quarterback?
It's a great opportunity. I was shocked, you know, to be honest with you. I expected to come in. It didn't matter. I told Coach that I could coach the manager that you want me to. I just want an opportunity to come here and learn from him. And to be honest with you, I think he's the best offensive mind in football, not only in college football, but in all of football. What we've done so far in these 7-8 days of practice, we've installed more offense in 7 days than I had in the West Coast offense for 4 years at North Carolina. And I was in the West Coast offense, supposedly the best offense in the world. And so I was in that offense for 4 years, and we're doing more things here and giving the quarterback more responsibility than we ever had in the West Coast offense. So I'm really excited about the opportunity. And I've been, like, my notebooks are full right now. I've been through 4 notebooks and constantly going, and this is 8 days of practice. So I'm learning. A lot of the things that I've learned from him in the past, he's still doing. But he's got tweaked a few things and added some things to his offense, and it's been fun, to be honest with you.
Could you talk about recruiting and how you feel about recruiting? Obviously, with your ties to Alabama, that's got to be something very fun.
You know, it's been fun. He's very detail oriented. It was so funny when we first got here. We were working 7 days a week just on recruiting, and we have about 800 kids to 1,000 kids in our database right now that we had to evaluate. We had to evaluate our area. We had to evaluate our position. And not only did each coach have to watch it, but the whole staff had to watch it. So we've spent a lot of time evaluating kids and recruiting. And, you know, the results are showing right now. We want to get ahead, want to evaluate kids, catch them early, and try to get them on campus. Me being from Alabama, the only thing you hear about is Auburn and Alabama. Had an opportunity to get a couple kids from Alabama on this campus. They've been shocked, been pleasantly surprised, and you know, hopefully we can continue to branch out, go into other states, and recruit some of the best athletes out of the other states. But you know, our main focus will always be Florida, and to get the best players here, and to continue to evaluate and go out and be aggressive and go get the guys.
As recruiting coordinator, how much easier has it made your job with some of the guys Coach Fisher has brought in as assistants who are well known as being great recruiters?
Well, I think it's just your mentality. You know what to expect. Coach brought in some guys that expect to work hard and expect to be winners, and it's just a mentality. You know, everybody is on the same page. We have one common cause, one goal, and we're going out and we're doing it right now. So it's not hard to sell this place, to be honest with you. You know, I came from a place where at Tuskegee we were in a double-wide trailer. Had to go out and recruit guys, and then the next year I was at a place that didn't even have that didn't have a double-wide trailer. We didn't have any offices. So to come here and to show these facilities, be around these coaches, and to sell the history of this place, and to show kids national championships and ACC championships, it's like heaven, you know. So it's been fun. It's a lot to sell here with the community and the campus and the school and the coaches and what we have to offer as a university and as a football program. So in my opinion, I think everybody in the nation should want to come to Florida State.
What was the place without a trailer?
That was at Tuskegee. Oh, South Alabama. Yeah, we started off, we didn't have a football program and had to recruit kids and beat out a couple Division I schools on some kids, and we hadn't even played a football game. And so when I got here, I was all excited, but now you know, you have to recruit against, you know, Alabama, Auburn, USC, and some of these 4- and 5-star kids. So you have to take a different approach. And you know, it's been fun adjusting, but I learn fast. I'm learning from the best. And to be honest with you, it's not hard to recruit when you can also get the head coach involved in the recruiting process. Everybody that has come here, from the kids to the parents, has been very pleased with not only the university and the facilities, but more importantly, the head coach. And that's been a big selling point here. And when you talk to these kids, and the biggest thing they talk about, most importantly, they talk about the head coach and how he sold the program and how comfortable he feels around the parents and the kids.
You mentioned Jimbo kind of convinced you when you were committed to another school to go to Auburn. How did he do that? What was his big?
He's a guy that can go in any house and sit down, and it doesn't matter, and feel comfortable. And once you meet him, you feel comfortable with him. And he just has that personality. If you met him off the football field, you wouldn't think it was the same person. You would think it's a Jekyll and Hyde. I mean, he can come to your house and sit down and laugh with you, and joke with you, and tell the best jokes in the world, and have 1,000 stories for you. And then when you get on the football field, it's just a different person. I mean, he's just locked in and focused and very intense. So he has a charm about him. You know, he can come in and he can get it done. And that's what he did to me, and that's what he's doing so far here.
Coach Scott Kovic, Seminoles.com. You've been in the SEC. A lot of these other new coaches have been in the SEC for a while. Do you notice a lot of similarities coming to Florida State? Is there I guess kind of from an SEC mentality program-wise?
It's different. It's totally different. The SEC football and the even the campus is different. Like even the stadium here is like nothing that anybody from the SEC has ever seen. All the kids talk about the stadium. They love the stadium. I love the stadium. It's different. Never seen anything like this in my life. And so it's just a different feel, different campus feel, different atmosphere. And but most importantly, it's friendly here. The expectation level is high. It's like the SEC, and we expect to win championships. And so those are similarities, but I think that the stadium and the campus is a lot different than SEC schools. But the attention to detail and the urgency to win, not only win, but to win championships here is what stands out here and what I love about Florida State.
Dameyune, you mentioned that Coach Fisher, you thought it maybe mellowed a little bit since you first coached him. I find that hard to believe, but how else has he grown since coaching as a quarterback to now seeing as a head coach?
It's so funny to sit in a meeting with him and watch him as a head coach now. And like I said, I had an opportunity to be with him for 5 years, so I always knew this about him. I always knew about his leadership qualities. I always knew about his ability to get the best out of each and every person, and to have high expectations and to get it out to player. And seeing him as a head coach, nothing has changed. And it seemed like he's a natural. If you come here and you watch us and you sit in the meeting rooms, and you would think he's been a head coach for 10 years. The organization. When you have other coaches come here for coaching clinics, they talk about the way we practice, the organization, the way we move from drill to drill. And that's not by accident. You know, all this stuff is planned out, it's thought out. Spend a lot of time meeting. From everything that we do, from recruiting to practicing, to the trainers, to the water we drink, goes through him. Every decision made, and that's hard to do as a head coach. You know, a lot of head coaches punt off responsibilities to other guys, but I mean, he's involved in everything. He's done an outstanding job. So, like I said, I know what to expect, and I think you know, the results will show come next fall.
Can you talk about your impressions of Secor and Trickett? How they come along?
Young guys, I tell you what, man, this offense, you can, I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, just the amount of pressure and the responsibility that a quarterback has in his offense, you can imagine. So, I'm pleased with these young guys to come in and have an understanding and have control of his offense to this point. They're still young, they still make mistakes, but you know, they're functioning out there.